एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद. Today, with Sadhguru's Kirpa, we are going to reflect over the Sukhmani Sahib Bani, special emphasis on the seva, the selfless service. Everything Almighty Creator has created serves the Creator. Human beings have free will. They can do things, but they are still subject to God's overall principles, His authority, His will. It is like a fish can be in a little pond in the house and has very limited free will. Same fish, when put in the ocean, can swim far and far. But it's the same fish, it's the same water. According to Vaheguru's will, human beings have different extent of free will they can exercise. If you look around, there are some people who can just afford to live. There are some people who have wealth in abundance. But it doesn't necessarily mean that people who are living abundantly, they are happier. It doesn't mean that. At the end of the day, it is state of your mind, how you think, how you perceive things. Almighty God, when He created the whole creation, assigned everyone with responsibility. Right from an ant, animals, birds, vegetation, rocks, water, air. Everyone has duty to perform. And all these different lives and different beings, they are advancing, progressing. For example, wood, when buried under the ground, becomes coal. That coal becomes diamond. So it's all progression. Good thing or sad thing about human being is, human beings can advance to such a level that they can merge with the Creator. Human beings at the same time, unfortunately, they can go in the reverse gear and fall back into the 8.4 million different lives or cycle of reincarnation. Air has purpose. Water has purpose. Elephant has purpose. Different species, they have purpose. Human beings have purpose, but everyone has different roles. For example, in a company, some people work on the shop floor, some people are managers, some people are planners. The product they make is one. Similarly, no matter someone is doing sweeping, someone is a sweeper, the other person is a priest. There is someone who works in the army, someone is a businessman. Everyone has different roles, but the end result expected from a human being is only one: compassion, tolerance, truthfulness, in order to merge with Almighty God. Today's Shabad begins with सेवक को सेवा बने आई, हुक्म बूझ परम पद पाई. Param Pad. Param means supreme, Pad means status, state of mind. If one understands Vaheguru's hukam, Vaheguru's will, then attains the highest spiritual level, such that that soul becomes eternal and blissful. And eternally blissful. It's not temporary, it's permanent. That soul stays in joy and bliss. Sevak ko seva bane aayi. The true servant, the true sevak realizes this fact. Loves to do seva according to God's will. Gurbani helps us to understand how we can do seva. Guru Maharaj reveals that ultimate goal for human beings. Iste upar nahi bichar, jaaka man basya nirankar. There is no thought of bichar above this thought. What is that? This is a fact. Jaaka man basya nirankar. If someone is able to perform the selfless seva and abides formless God in his mind or in her mind, this is the supreme status. What is the end result? How is it possible? Or what happens when the formless God abides in the mind? Formless God is always there. When there is a connection with the formless God, the ultimate wisdom, the ultimate authority and strength. Bandhan tor bhai nirvair. All the bandhan, all the materialistic attachments, temptations, worries, miseries, they are shattered away. Bandhan tor. Now this is leading to a blissful life, a happy life. Bandhan tor bhai nirvair. And one becomes nirvair, without any hatred, no jealousy, no hatred, no animosity. These are the signs when formless God abides in the mind. People talk about heaven, people talk about paradise. But in this life, they hate other people. There is a jealousy, there is anger. This is just their conception about being in the paradise is flawed, is wrong. In this life, when one becomes nirvair by shattering all the materialistic temptations, the bonds, the bandhan, then Vaheguru abides in that mind. Anden puja gur ke pair. That person day and night adores Guru's feet, worships Guru's feet, which means all the wisdom how to lead this life comes from Guru's feet, implying Guru's Bani. It's like sat-nav. When you are driving around in an area which you are not familiar with, you have a sat-nav. Sat-nav leads you in the right direction to your destination. Similarly, Gurbani are the guidelines, is a road map to the formless God. E lok sukhiye. Now this is beautiful. Gurbani makes this lok. Lok means this life, this world. Parlok. Parlok means next world, implying after this life. E lok sukhiye. one becomes peaceful in this world. Parlok suhele, the next world, next life becomes blissful. Nanak har prabh ape mele. Nanak says that Vaheguru now has united that soul with himself, the Supreme Soul. Atma, Paramatma becomes one. Paramatma means Supreme Soul, implying God. Atma means a soul which we have. Everyone is alive and functioning because of the soul. And soul has that light within, the strength, the power within, which keeps us going. After the death, that soul moves out. The body is left on its own. Although there are eyes, that body is intact, eyes, ears, all the limbs are there, but body becomes dysfunctional because soul has moved out. Within that soul, there is a wall between soul and Supreme Soul. Whilst still alive, the purpose for us is to shatter that wall of ego, pride, selfishness, greed, lust, anger down so we can merge with the Supreme Soul. I hope that makes sense. Very, very simple equation. With Guru's Kripa, it can be achieved. Now, Guru Maharaj describes how people are living in this life. You know, we are living in a Kal Yuga. Kal Yuga means a dark age where everyone is following the falsehood. Dark, black. Everyone is so selfish that sometimes they forget to follow the truth. They forget to remember God. They forget that they have to die one day, leave everything behind. For the sake of things, they are mistreating people, annoying people. They are going to leave them behind one day. People do not realize, and that is called darkness, utter darkness. Kings, leaders, they want to expand their countries, their kingdom, but at the cost of poor people, innocent people suffering. That is called dark age. So Guru Maharaj reveals, Aad Ant Jo Rakhan Har. Remember this. Aad, right from the beginning, Ant, till the end. As long as soul exists. Aad doesn't mean the time of birth. Aad means when the soul became existent. Your body might be 20-year-old. But do you know your soul is many, many million years old? You might be existing before, say, 1,000 years ago, million years ago. Because the soul failed to merge with the Creator, soul is reincarnating again, again and again. With bhakti, with meditation, it's possible to go back into your previous lives, find out who you were. It's possible. But that is waste of time. Look for the present moment. What you are doing, what you are, who you are. Recognize yourself. Understand who you are. Man tu jot swaroop hai. Apna mool pachan. Man harji tere naal hai. Gurmati rangban. God is with you. With Guru's mat, with Guru's wisdom, you can enjoy your life. You know, so many times people complain that they have misery in their life, they are suffering, their relationship with husband or wife is not good. Just try to understand why the pains and sufferings come. Aad ant jo rakhan har. Almighty God, who is going to be your protector, rakhan har, right from the beginning till the end. Tisyo preet na kare gavar. You are not developing your love for the Creator. Gawar means, oh fool. Oh fool, you are to be blamed for your miseries. But the good news is, you can overcome your miseries and lead a blissful life. And that's why you're listening. If you're listening today, you have to be optimistic that God is with you. Aad ant jo rakhanhar. God is protecting you right from the time God created your soul, and until your soul merges with the Supreme Soul, your Creator. Rakhanhar, protector, sport. That sport is there. People are looking for sport in the world. But sport is there within you. Aad ant jo rakhanhar, tisyo preet na kare gawar. Oh fool, you don't even develop loving relationship with that Creator. Jaaki seva navnid pawa. By serving whom you obtain the 9 treasures. Tasyo moodha man nahi lava. Moodha. Moodha means foolish. Oh foolish, by serving that Almighty God, remaining in His will and order, you will obtain 9 treasures. All the wealth of the universe. Tasyo moodha man nahi lava. You don't even remember Him. You wake up early in the morning, first thing you do is switch on the telly, watching news, watching the dramas, watching the recordings you have done last night. By all means, watch news, watch the other things. Take out some time in your life to remember the Almighty God who has sent you into this life, given you a beautiful body, given you TV. Have you ever thanked Vaheguru for TV Vaheguru has given you? Have you thanked Vaheguru for the eyes, the sight, by virtue of that you are watching the television? By virtue of the ears, the hearing power, you are able to hear the sound. Have you ever thanked God for that? So they are small things which really matter. If you start appreciating small things, God gives you more. A child who can't be responsible to keep his belongings intact, safe, a person who can't handle what God has given, how you can expect God to give more? It's a human nature. Father looks at the children. Yeah, this child is very, very responsible, reliable. So I can give more responsibility. I can give him more things. I know that I can trust this child. God's overall principles, His authority, His will. It is like a fish can be in a little pond in the house and has very limited free will. Same fish, when put in the ocean, can swim far and far. But it's the same fish, it's the same water. According to Vaheguru's will, एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत Ajuni Sapang Gur Prasad. Human beings have different extent of free will they can exercise. If you look around, there are some people who can just afford to live. There are some people who have wealth in abundance. But it doesn't necessarily mean that people who are living abundantly, they are happier. It doesn't mean that. At the end of the day, it is state of your mind, how you think, how you perceive things. Almighty God, when today, with Sadhguru's Kripa, we are going to reflect over the Sukhmani Sahib Bani, special emphasis on the seva, the selfless service. Everything Almighty Creator has created serves the Creator. Human beings have free will. They can do things, but they are still subject to, He created the whole creation, assigned everyone with responsibility. Right from an ant, animals, birds, vegetation, rocks, water, air. Everyone has duty to perform. And all these different lives and different beings, they are advancing, progressing. For example, wood, when buried under the ground, becomes coal. That coal becomes diamond. So it's all progress.